So I bought this stand at an estate sale, and for 10 bucks it's been a great stand. But it's not heavy duty enough. If you put something real heavy on it, the jam bolt will just let it slide down. And when you go to pull on it, the whole thing tries to tip over if you've got something heavy. And so it's just aggravating. I'm going to try and make something better. My floor isn't level as well, and so it's aggravating to get a straight cut because a lot of times it'll leave a gap under it. And while you're trying to adjust it, you have to hold all this up. And if the weight's back here, it tries to flip. So I saw a channel several years ago, Wide Vision Metal Fab, that put a jack on it. And so I think that's a great idea, and I'm going to copy his design. And that way, no matter what it is, I can get it adjusted where it sits square if there's something real heavy here that I can't pick up. These are all the raw materials I was able to get out of our steel supplier. These are drops, so they consider it scrap, 94 cents a pound. If you've ever tried to slide pipes together, the weld inside here pretty well keeps them from sliding. There's a couple different approaches to try and get rid of it. The simplest way, but kind of hackish to me, is to cut a groove on the outside of the pipe you want to slide down in it. If it's a short piece of pipe, you can just grind it all the way out. So I was going to take a pipe and machine the inside down for 2 bearings and a shaft to make my roller. But the day after I started this, I stopped at a yard sale and got these 3 rollers for $6, $2 each. They've got good Fafner, American-made bearings with grease fittings on the end. And they're rusty, but I think they'll clean up real well. So they're a little bit wider than I was going to use at 18 inches. I was going to make them 16, but for the price and the convenience of all of it, this turns out to be a great solution. So the purpose in the hole is my junkyard jack's got a little bump in it, and it sticks out a little bit. So it just centers everything. and allows it to line up with the beam. Not so sure that it really needs it, but I believe I may add this gusset in the bottom. Farmer deburring tool. I tried to keep this as compact as possible up here on the top. And in doing so, my piece of C-channel is just a little bit too narrow. So the bolts coming through to hold the pillow block bearings hit the taper in here. So I'm just going to weld a piece of threaded rod in there and then just use a wrench on the top so it'll act like a stud. So now if I don't have it lined up, I can just sit here without any tools and get it leveled with the bed, no matter what my floor level is. Easy peasy. And the roller on top will let it slide versus pulling it over. I believe this is a good solution.